I love my coffee. What a delicious coffee. I love my coffee. Love is also a noun. Hello and welcome to another video for learning English. In this video, we will be checking what are nouns, how can we identify them, and what are the common mistakes that we usually make when using nouns. I remind you, this is an interactive lesson. If you want to check all of the materials and do all the exercises for this video, please check the description. There you will find all the links to our webpage to do the exercises, all right? Okay, let's get started. Nouns are a category of words. One that is very, very large, probably the largest category. Not verbs, not adjectives, but nouns. And inside this category, we can find words that give a name to a thing. For example, tree. That's the name of this tree. Or coffee. That's the name of it. Or bicycle. One more. But we also use nouns to give a name to more abstract things. For example, accident. Accident is a noun. Or love. I love my coffee. What a delicious coffee. I love my coffee. Love is also a noun. We can also use nouns to give names to a place. For example, a park. I'm in a park. Park is a noun. I'm in Mexico. Mexico is also a noun. London, Africa, all of those are nouns. So nouns are everywhere. And sometimes when we learn English, we care more about the meaning of these nouns. No? What is the significado of these nouns? But it's also important to know how to identify a noun. That's how we can prevent to make some mistakes, like this. All right, so now we know that nouns are basically everywhere. But how can we know that a word is a noun? Well, this is kind of easy. There are different ways of doing this. The first one is to use the endings of the words. Some words, some nouns, end in ER. For example, my profession, teacher. Another words end in ISM. For example, socialism, capitalism. And there are plural endings. When regular nouns are plural, they end in S. So we know that a word is a noun if it's plural and ends in a S. For example, cats, dogs, cars, nations, emotions. Those are plural nouns that end in an S. But be careful, because we have some irregular nouns like people. People walking here, no? People, it's a plural noun that is irregular, no? Singular, person. Plural, people. So that doesn't follow the same rule that of ending in S. Be very careful with that. Now, another way to know if something is a noun is to use capital letters to identify proper nouns. For example, when we speak about countries, about names of people, about continents, about nations, those are proper nouns. So those start in a capital letter. Example, Mexico, the country where I'm in. The United Nations, no? The organization. Asia, or my name, Jose. Those start with capital letters. All right. Now that you know what is a noun and how to identify some nouns, let's check some common mistakes that I really want you don't make when writing or speaking, of course. So number one, not using capital letters when writing proper nouns. Example, I can say I visited games last month. But if I write the J in James in lowercase instead of using a capital letter, that's completely wrong. I don't like that. Also, when I write, I visited Spain last year, I visited Spain. Spain is a country, proper noun, so we need to use capital letters too. All right? So that's the first common mistake that I don't want you to do. A second common mistake of basic English when using nouns is to not use irregular nouns properly. What do I mean? If I want to say, there are 3 persons. Persons? That's incorrect. Why? Because person is an irregular noun. So there are not 3 persons, there are 3 people, all right? Also, if we're talking about fish, we can say 1 fish, 2 fish, 1,000,000 fish? Yes, that's correct, no? Why? Because 1 fish, that's the singular, 1,000,000 fish, that's the plural. It's the same, that's an irregular noun. Is it confusing? Yes, it can be confusing. Of course it can be confusing. What is the trick? A little bit of memory there. So, please have in mind that when you use nouns, think about that, because that's it for today. Thank you for your visit, and if you want to support this project, please visit our website www.joseteaching.com. Thank you for everything. See you. Keep on learning. Bye bye.